அத்தியாயம் 2 105. வேதத்தை உடையோரில் நிராகரிப்பவர்கள் அல்லது இணை வைத்து வணங்குபவர்கள், இவங்களை பற்றி அல்லாஹ் என்ன சொல்றான்? எப்படி இவங்கள்ட்டேருந்து நீங்க உங்களை காப்பாற்றிட போறீங்க? இந்த மக்கள்கிட்டேருந்து தான் நீங்க காப்பாற்ற வேண்டியது உங்களுடைய தேவையா இருக்கும். அப்ப நிராகரிப்பவர்களும் நயவஞ்சகர்களும் உள்ளத்துல இதை கொண்டிருக்கிறவங்க யாருன்னு நமக்கு தெரியாத நிலையில நிறைய தவறுகளுக்கு நம்ம உள்ளாயிரும். வேதத்தை உடையவர்களில் நிராகரிப்பவர்கள் அல்லது இணை வைப்பவர்கள். Chapter 2, 105. Allah cautions us regarding certain people who possess the scripture, who knows the scripture, who is well aware of the scripture. These are the dangerous people that surround you. They speak the truth, but they do not abide by the truth. They know the truth, but they are hypocritical. They have a reasoning power, but they use the treason. They are treacherous people. All these things are there as the meanings in this particular verse in chapter 2. Those who possess the Veda. Who are they who possess the Veda? What do we mean by Veda? Or scripture, or Quran, whatever it is. What do we mean by the Veda? Veda means truth. Veda means the truth. Don't lie is the part of Veda. Be justified in your thought, in your speech and in your activities, and in your planning also about the future. Be justified. So justification is a part of Veda. Who doesn't know justice is important? Who doesn't know injustice is evil in the sight of Allah? They have possessed the Veda. They espouse the Veda also. But a majority of the people who advocates Veda, they are not practicing the Veda. These are the very dangerous people. They have one face outwardly, there is another face inwardly. Majority surrounding us belong to this. And the majority means we are inclusive in it. We lie, we are not justified in most of our activities. Patience is important. At the same time, we practice impatience. We do not endure when endurance and forbearance is most important for our lives. If we are not to fall into the path of error, follow that which is given to you as righteousness and be true to that righteousness. That means the Veda, the parts of Veda that you possess. So Veda means the truth and all righteous things, and Veda also speaks about the unjust, erroneous pathway also. So he bids the righteousness, God bids the righteousness and forbids the evil. Do not follow anything that is evil, whatever you can remember as evils. So follow the Veda little by little until such time you are made to remember more of such things. And when you are remembering more and more of the righteous things, that means you are being inspired by Allah, inspired by God to conduct yourself in righteousness in a better form and in a greater way towards your unblemished future. If you follow this truth, you are possessing the Veda. You are holding a Veda is a different thing, but you possess the Veda. I am obsessed with my Veda. That is greater in the eyes of Allah. That gives credit to you in the eyes of Allah. I am possessed of my Veda. So follow your Veda in strictness only to gain the benefit from Allah without your knowledge. So you will use less of your knowledge when you are righteous. You use more of your knowledge when you are in the path of error. When you fall a prey to error, you will use most of your knowledge and you will associate others also to God. When God is not helping you, you will go for the people, ask for their help, and even fall at their feet to procure some paltry benefits of this world. Yeah, measly benefits of this world. Remember your Veda today so that God helps you in a great way. Don't be like those who are possessing the Veda but still act against the Veda. That means they act against their conscience. Veda, in another word, you can remember as conscience. My conscience speaks the truth, my conscience speaks the justice, my conscience speaks righteousness, and my conscience bids righteousness and forbids evil. Following God means following your conscience. So God is ever watchful of your thoughts and your activities. Your thoughts can be teaching you the righteous path, but your habit is to acquire the wealth of the health, wealth of the people to your own benefit, at the same time costing dearly to others. You rob of their good to gain your own evil, but you think that you gain only the benefits by robbing others. This is going against Veda. You are arguing, you are finding excuses to yourself for your evil ways. First grave crime we commit to ourselves is searching for excuses for my evil deeds, knowing pretty well that you do an evil act and your thoughts are evil. Never seek justice from within you when you know it is unjust. So we are the people who possess the Veda, but we don't act by the weather. We don't follow the weather, we don't abide by the weather, we don't respect weather. That veneration has gone away from us. That's the reason why our dignity is to fall now, today or near the future. That is the greatest loss. If your dignity and honor is lost, no other losses are greater than the loss of one's dignity. Before the eyes of Allah, don't become a sinner, we will fear Him. Almost most of the time, we have to fear Him because our thoughts are in the path of error. As long as we don't honor us, that means dishonor comes to us by seeking the help of another person. If I have a thought inside me about my future, everyone has thoughts about the future only, not about the past. And in that, I need anybody else's help also in my requirements of tomorrow. That means I am already associating. I am not in the righteousness. I am not following the path of truth. Tomorrow, before me, only God should be there and no one else. The Almighty power should help me and nothing else. I am looking forward to His help. I am not looking forward to my grabbing certain things, anticipating certain things out of my activities and my planning and my devising. All are bad in the eyes of Allah and in the eyes of your conscience. As long as I am seeking a help from another person, my honor is lost. If my need of tomorrow requires the help of other people around you, then already you have dishonored you. Even if I start a business, if I believe in the customers, I am dishonored today. I do anything only to satisfy God and none but God, satisfying your conscience. God is guiding you through your conscience, and so stay steadfast to your conscience, seeking the help of Allah. Do not follow anything other than Allah, even by thoughts, while Allah should precede my thoughts also. And I will be proceeding the thought in an honorable way. I am not willing to earn money, but I am willing to earn the blessing of God. The blessings, if you understand, then you will know the heavens and earth are subjected to you. That is the blessing of God. If you know what is the best of all creations, human beings, no other creation is greater than the human being. And every subject, every creation from heavens to earth and whatever is in between is subjected to you by the mercy of Allah. If you are made to survive on this earth, your sustenance is measured to the full, measured to the full. Even in surplus, it is given to you. But we have made it into a scarcity. Follow not this scarcity, don't fear this scarcity, but be satisfied that Allah's words are true. We are abundantly supplied with whatever sustenance that we require, that we know and that we know not. Certain things you know as your survival. Most of the things you do not know what is your need for your survival. Your need for your survival is your mind, not your physical comfort. The need for your survival is the peace at heart, not what you possess as the worldly pleasures. follow the peace. The more dignified you are, the more peaceful you are. No evil shall touch you. Don't become a reputed person. Don't become a renowned person. Be a person to yourself who maintains peace at all cost. A peaceful life and a dignified life is most honorable to you. Respect yourself, that's important. Regarding the future, I will not bring in my mind anyone, anything other than Allah to help me in this worldly life with regard to all of my sustenance, which has already been measured to you in full without any scarcity to it. Your mind is the problem that causes scarcity, that is not going by the light God has shown to you, but you are groping in the darkness because you use your knowledge to seek the help of the people in the future, leaving God aside. You are the possessor of conscience, that means the Veda. God is inspiring in you in every inspiration of your respiration. Each time you respire, you are being inspired by the conscience, that which you forget. Allah waits for you to remember. He wants you to think and do reflection more and more by what you see around you. That reflection is important. What happens, why this happens, is the most important thing you will do. During your stress and strain, you cannot find what is happening around you. But when you are calm and peaceful, definitely you can think ahead and beyond what you can think when you are stressed and constrained. So, peace is all important if you want to reflect on the truth. And you want to imbibe the truth and you want to possess the truth in all your activities. But when we are peaceful, we are beginning to spend our time in recreation. What God says is, when you are peaceful, remember me in appreciation of what I have bestowed upon you. That means He wants you to be grateful to Him for what He has given you. If you remember Him gratefully, that this is the peace I require all my life, then how is it possible for us to go for recreation? I want to forget about myself. I want to be boozed out. We go in for some sort of intoxication by resorting to entertainment. We want to spend our time joyously. Joy and happiness is forbidden. Peace and tranquility is what is bidden to you. Forbid all other things. So you are the possessor of the Veda. You are able to understand whatever is spoken about as good and bad here, right at this moment. Now I am remembering certain things, but I am not giving weight to that. Okay, this is good, this is right, what you speak is okay. Again, we are not grateful to what God has given to us. We must have that veracity in you. I must follow this piece of conscience hereafter in my life, forever into my future, so that the grace and bounties of Allah will be bestowed upon me more and more. I will not be anxiously looking forward to the help from the people. That anxiousness will be removed, anticipation will be removed. Only faith and perseverance of belief will be staying within you. What do you mean by faith? Being grateful. Faith is not some divine belief or something. Being grateful to everything good that you are now witnessing, everything good that you are now living through. So I must have a feeling of gratitude towards the source from where I am receiving all my good and all my goods. Listen to the source and observe the source from where your life starts. My life starts with the air, food, and water which I have not created. And the food, air, and water has come from above, unless the rain, unless the air, unless the coolness, unless the radiation from above reaches the earth, there is no way the earth can produce anything for my livelihood. And within me also the fresh breath of air must come, and I must inhale the truthfulness of it, not the life I am imbibing from the air. It is not the oxygen that I am inhaling, which is imbibed into my system thereafter I start living. It is the very essence of the truth that is conveyed through the air. Air has the message for you. Do you believe in this? What does your conscience say? Air has a message or not? When I am talking to you peacefully, air is carrying the message. Peacefully, peace is carried by the air as a message also. If I am speaking to you forcefully, then this is not a message that will give you comfort or solace to your heart. If I speak to you boastfully, again you will be mad at me. You will not be having anything good for me. You will not be appreciating anything that comes from my mouth. If I am so harsh and proud in saying anything, even if it is good, it must have some concern when I am speaking, must have some compassion that it must go and reach the heart of the person who is listening, and I must speak the truth. And while abiding by the truth, I must speak. I will not be one thing and I will not be speaking out as another thing. What I am inside of me, I am speaking out. Then there will be some clarity. There, the clarity comes from Allah because I am speaking the truth. I am willing to translate my life into a formation of unseen, and it may look strange for you, but it is still not manifestingly evident to all your five special senses. But you know it is the truth. This unseen truth that reaches your heart. The air carries the message because I want people to know their own conscience that hereafter the conscience will lead them to the future without any straightness in their life. This is how they are carrying the message, not only the sound but also the feel, but also the truth. So word is important, the sound is important, or the truth is important. If I am speaking with so much of passion and compassion, then definitely the air grasps that modulation of my mind, the feel of my mind, and it carries through. Now, the word is important or the feel is important to carry out my message so that it reaches the heart and makes them to be guide, makes them to function, makes them to follow as the heart guides them. The air carries the message. What message? The truth. The truth has no form, shape. It is not a manifest thing, but it is a feel. I feel this is not truth. I think this is not good. I think this is good. This is bad. So, what is the thinking? A feel. That feel is being conveyed in every breathing of yours, inhalation from God. When I am speaking the same thing, it joins with the truth that's already existing in the air, As you inhale, this being fed into you is called an intuition, not instituting. Instituting is something giving, I am giving you that which you do not know. Intuition is something I am favoring you, that which you possess already. But you are not giving a thought to it, I am giving a meaning to it. So the message of God in truth is suffused totally in the air. Whoever thinks aloud, they are being inspired. And the intuition also helps them in their life to achieve grand things. If this intuition is not there, institution alone is there in their mind, in your heart, then the institution fails you. Follow what is righteous and follow what is good. And think when you are peacefully settled, sometime or other in your day to day life. When you are peaceful in the night before sleep, pondering is important. That pondering is showing gratefulness to my God, and He is most appreciative of those who show their gratitude. When you are peaceful at heart and when you are peaceful in mind, heart means the soul I am speaking, the mind means what I have about my future. Everything is going on in turmoil. That turmoil is removed, that chaos is removed, that smooth, streamlined. I am in perfect motion with the command from a soul. My mind is streamlined with the soul. And that is the situation you feel at peace. Now you think aloud. You will be inspired. When you are stressed, there is no question of inspiration. Seek forgiveness for what you have rejected, and thereafter you associated people to help you. Rejected the blessing of God, His bestow, and go after the people seeking their help and protection. When you know pretty well, no one can help you, no one will be willingly protecting you from your problems, deliver you out of your problems, but still you think that they will help you, and you keep friends also for you so that they will help you in need. No friends will be helping you when you are distressed, when you are diseased. No one will help you except to turn to God. All your measures seeking their help and protection from people will not avail you a thing, but when you finally reach particular appreciation of your own standards that you are fit for nothing, you turn to God. All your efforts in your life, seeking and preserving my relations, my wealth, my job, my sustenance, all manifest things I am possessing as my sustenance, and all the worldly pleasures that you have accumulated, and your friendship will never help you. That is the time you will turn to God. And definitely, all your life, God helps you, forgiving you, and then delivering you out of your trouble. If you can think of your past, so many instances of this kind has happened. You will think as if your life has gone to the winds, but you are made to stand on the ground stable. God's help has come in so many instances, but we have forgotten all those things. So remember God's favor on you more and more. The more you remember, it is considered as showing your thanks to God. He is the most appreciative of those who give thanks. He is the most appreciative. None can appreciate him the way God appreciates your thanksgiving. The more I remember all my life, whatever had gone past in my life as good thing has come from Allah. Whatever I consider as good thing, I consider this as good thing only when I suffer and then get back to normalcy. Not when I am normal, even before suffering. How much God is helping me preserving me, giving me the good tidings, and guiding me even if I go the other way. How do we appreciate this? We go one way and God helps us in another way. All your efforts will fail because He wants you to come to His way. First way is remain patient. Your losses will make you remain patient and think and turn to Him. In this way, God helps you. So, the more you are going in your way successfully, that means God has left you in your way. The more hindrance is there in my path, more intent is Allah's guidance, and He prevents you from going any further. If you go any further, more losses will come to you, so that at one stage you'll sit quiet. This is the pass from where I take a reverse course. So this is a very grand sign of Allah. He outstrips you. Whatever be your ability to make yourself stand your ground on this earth, it is impossible for you when Allah decides the other way. When He wants to correct you because you possess the Veda, He wants to correct you. He wants to make you think. So those who are able to think, those who are off and on in the thinking process, and when they are delivered out of their problems, when they are made to free of their future anxieties, they entertain themselves. That's the only problem they have. So the entertainment must be cut off. They must be put into some straightness. Definitely they will begin to think. Only those people, Allah stops them. It causes obstructions in their speedy path in the worldly life. So these people will be made to pass. That means they will be made to think. Definitely the thinkers will be delivered to a greater heights, to a greater position in their lives, and the ranks will be increased. Don't get disheartened because my efforts are failing. Allah says your efforts are in the worldly way. However, be your wealth that you have amassed, for one day it will be vanishing from you. So before that vanishes, that everything that you have tried for in this world, the efforts you have put in this world for amassing your wealth, Allah doesn't want that. However great you are in your ability, He puts a full stop when He decides that you can't go any further, and He wants to guide you in His path. It is not the word I am speaking to you, it is not in the form as a manifest thing that the air carries to your heart, the messages that I am speaking, but it is the feel. The air carries the feel, and the feel is already there. God given feel is already there. The justice, the righteousness, the grand life that you want. Everything is as a feel about tomorrow, but don't make it into a form and shape and then go after it. You are not the one who will create. The field will be creating situations and environment around you, and the atmosphere will be changed from heavens down to earth. The whole atmosphere will change. The environment around you will change, and your heart will be at peace at this moment. This is going to create for you. Because I am peaceful, I am thinking about my future, I am not giving any shape and form to my future, I'm not going to create, that means. So I resist myself from me being a creator. Tomorrow, if I am visualizing certain things, conjuring up certain ideas, that means I am against God. If God is a creator for you and He creates a newer world in every breath of yours, every time you are inspired by the air carries the message. And if I properly breathe in the message in tune with God's appreciation, definitely I am inhaling a breather now for my life. I am inhaling a breather now for my life. towards my future. That's a new input to your life that carries you towards your future without any impediment, without your knowledge, without your effort. Your source will take you to a higher rank. Your observation is great, your understanding is proper, and your thinking is in righteous line. God's help comes to you in all these departments, and thereafter, appreciation of your knowledge by the people, and whatever you have in your mind will be created. That is a part of இறைவழி மருத்துவம் நினைத்தால் சொல்.
You said do not create yourself. So some thoughts we see about future.
You want prayer? Prayer.
No.
Prayer.
No, what I'm asking is sometimes you imagine like a different person in future, right? So you live in that thoughts. So
Sometimes you imagine different people, different situation,
no,
different life.
no, I myself being like this, something like that, right? So
You,
I think that I'm going to this path.
okay.
Imagination will come into
You
my
mean the
mind.
travel and going to a different place, or you want your life improved into a different position?
Yeah, different question.
Yes.
So you said do not recreate by yourself. It means should I stop thinking about
Where is the
myself?
question of positioning yourself? That means you have some platform and you have imagined something, though it is imagination. It is a thing like I am reaching a position. I am reaching higher and higher status. I am evolving. That is indefinite. When you're definitely saying I am reaching a position, that means in your imagination also the thing has come. A framed up thing has come.
Yeah.
What position can you say?
For
There's
example, I'm like if you consider as a work, I'll be like creating a company or I'm going to a level.
company is a formed thing, having a group of people, and it is based on money spending effort. Everything is material.
Yeah, but my profession is
Your profession is very material. It is not going to avail you until your last breath. Then you will only find on that day when you come to a standstill, there is no more progression for you, and this is your limit. Thereafter, declining, leading a very hard life thereafter. This is your worldly life. You are thinking about another position in the same worldly life, material life. Don't think of material positions. If you want to reach higher positions, evolve mentally. There is no stopping to the evolving nature of mind at any point of time. Even while I am dying, I am improving myself because my soul and mind departs, it doesn't get perished here. Your body gets perished here. And what you are thinking about your future and you are asking your questions now is that about the physical material life you are imagining as a greater position. Never. All physical material will die one day.
doctor, then what should I do?
What do you want to tell me? You're asking me, what should you do? What should I do? What do you want is what you should do. You are thinking mentally or you are physically, you have raised yourself to that position already.
No, I'm giving more preference to my thought process, but still my profession also
You,
comes.
you give preference to your thought process. Your profession will not help you till the end of your life. Then what do you think as your profession? What do you think that your profession will give you as long as you live? Will it provide you? Even today, it is not providing you to your heart's content. What do you think you will gain in the future? Your profession is a means to you. It will create miserliness in you. It will cause niggardliness in you. You will become stingy. You will start saving your money. You will not be believing in your profession, but whatever little money you get out of the profession, you will save it for the future because you know your profession is not going to work for you tomorrow. Your knowledge is not going to feed you for your entire life. So, what's your plan now improving your position? The position also is not stable. Somebody will come to overtake you. What position you are thinking materially now? What is non-material in your mind? I must reach a position greater and greater and greater and greater, never to fall. Where is the question of positioning now concretely on a platform and then trying to achieve it by all physical means?
At this age, so what should I do? I
Where
like
is the question of at this age? Where is the question of aging now? What do you want? In my want, where is the question of aging? I want this. I want food. What is the question of aging now?
uh,
I don't understand what do you mean by I'm in this age.
when you say that we need to grow, even when profession we need to grow into men, that's how we.
You want a better life or you want a better profession. You want a better work or you want a better leisurely time in the future. And everything should be handy.
Better life.
Better life. How do you define your better life? Better, there is no definition because it is a quality. Life, again, there's no definition because we don't know what life is. It is not a bodily life, but it is a mental life that befits my body, that should happen around me in concurrence to the pleasure of my physical senses. So, this all may feel things should develop on its own. That means it must be created. That creator must help you now when you are supplicating. The more I have no material formation in my thought, it is a call unto God to help you indirectly. The more materially I am thinking, I am saying to God, I am needless of you, I am self sufficient. Then it is a fight between you and God. You are proposing a war against God. You want His help tomorrow, or you want your profession tomorrow to help yourself.
I need this help complete, but those thoughts also given
No, no,
by.
before that, but what did you say? Definitely, we need the help of God. So, what else you require to further your statement with but? When God is all important, when God is the provider of everything for you, and He has already provided you everything, and there's nothing for you to earn as money, and thereafter go to provision shop to find to get your uh, provisions. God has given you. It's a great platter. The whole earth is a great platter, like wherein He has given everything in a certain measured way. That measure is in surplus. What do you want to buy from the provision shop, that which he has not produced in surplus? There's no need for money to buy those things, but you allowed your own people to hoard and stock it and prevented the government, and you have enacted the laws, the government preventing the people from reaching their food, but for money. How did the money come into place? Except that you asked for the money, you hoarded the food, you prevented the people from reaching the food, and you prevented God given food sustenance from reaching the people. All satanic government and ways are going on here. Why should you need money for provisions of or for food? Tell me. Now I am believing God must give me food. Definitely, there is nothing with me as to earn my food. There's no need for money. Money will come my way now, and the food also follows the money. Don't go after the money and then go after the food. It is all because you have in your mind that material life is yours. But in non-material, God's sustenance is what is producing as provisions for you on the ground you don't understand. Now tell me what you are going to achieve tomorrow except air, water and food that must come your way. You can't go and catch the air and breathe. You can't go up and squeeze the clouds for water and then to drink. You are not the one who will clean the earth and produce the crops coming out of it. What do you think you have with you? So that you think that unless I work for my future, how can I live? Now you understand. Now the feel of air is going in your heart as breather. That is your life source. Not the oxygen, not the hydrogen, not the 150, 512 materials, the elements that comprise of air as of now they have counted. They are not going to give you the life, the message in it. Whatever the truth we imbibe, that gives you the life, that gives you the confidence, that gives you the belief, that gives you the sense that you must be faithful to what God has given. Which one you want to deny now of these things? Your knowledge is important, the knowledge that the people have in as an institution they've instituted in your mind, in your brain, or you want the intuition by God sent in as inspiration that gives me greater understanding and observation. I am well aware of everything from heavens down to earth and their working abilities, and I have a mastery over it by God's grace because of His wisdom that has been given to me as a gesture that I think more in not object form but in subjective formation. I have a feel, subjective feeling. In the subjective understanding, the creation is taking place for me because I remember, I understand, and I gather, and I wait with belief. Now the entire situation from heavens down to earth and everything in between, the environment and atmosphere changes for me. Do you understand this? If I don't want this hot air, now the inspiration comes to me, the message in the air is you need water, you need coolness, you need cloudy atmosphere, you need rain, you need breeze. Are you going to achieve this through any of your knowledge or professions? Is there any professional who can bring water, create water? So the professional, calling myself a professional means I am the meanest person on the earth. Absolutely no thought process going on inside me. That means I am absolutely thankless for whatever God has endowed. For just one person thinking in the right way, observing his conduct in the way he has understood, and who waits for the truth to happen and occur, that one person is sufficient to make the entire world survive because of him. Once he dies, the next moment the world may die or the people may suffer, that's a different matter. Somewhere some good soul is there, that's the reason some good is still prevailing and we are using that also. So be faithful to God. For your own survival, nothing is happening except by the will of Him, by the leave of Him. Tell me what good you can do by inhaling air. You are surviving. Survival is only that makes your bodily movement possible on this earth. Survival for a human being is mind and bodily peace together. The peace must be in accordance with the mind, in concurrence with the with the feel of the mind that the body enjoys it through, through its five special senses. My five special senses must be fed in appropriate way, in just way, that my mind feels as good thing in the depths of my hearts. That good feeling must be enjoyed by the five special senses altogether at any point of time until my life ends. This is my life. Do you got do you have any other definition to life? I am living. You are living in a dissociated manner. Mind and body are dissociated. You are already dead. My body must enjoy what my mind feels. The good things it must enjoy. The evil things it should not suffer. The bad feeling causes me to suffer the evil. All my five special senses will suffer the evil. The good feeling will make me live through the beautiful life that God creates for me. Your entire bodily structure and five special senses will be relished. That is a delicious gift from God, a feast from God while you are living on this earth. This is the message that the word carries as a field. It mixes with the God given message already there in the space between you and me, and it drives it into your mind because your mind wants to receive it. Do you follow what I'm saying? So the air is a breather for you, gives life to your soul, not just fills up your lungs and you take oxygen and leave it. This is nonsense professional science. Good for nothing medical science. It gives you artificial ventilation when you are dead. This is a deadly knowledge. Knowledge for the dead. Medical profession. So we are all the people of Veda. We are the people who possess the scripture but has no willingness to act upon accordingly what my Veda dictates to me. This is where I am faltering. So follow the Veda, cut short your knowledge, limit your profession, and stay tuned to what is being dictated here that I am the creator for you. You are not going to enjoy the life unless I am creating a liveliness around you, in your environment around you, and in the atmosphere above you. He must create the liveliness. Without such liveliness, you become fruitless. There's no good feeling in you. As a result, there's no physical enjoyment for you, and only suffering is what is in store for you. Coming to chapter 205. You got any other question regarding this, Sandil? Hmm? Have you understood or any clarification you require? You can ask, no problem.
Yeah, I understood that, way, but still, those thoughts, right, they are also given by God only. Right? So how do we differentiate between those
God
thoughts?
says, I am there for you for all your life, or you have to help yourself without my guidance.
He says, I am here. You want to take.
So this part you are clear. I am here for you to guide all your life. Now you think that you are going to lead your life.
No, no. Those thoughts, right? Like,
Okay, you are going to work. You say God only has guided me to work. You will be. finding yourself at the end of your day tired, haggard, or not. You will feel worthless after all day's hard work. Fatigue will overtake you. If you are in God's pathway, you will be fatigued because God said, I worked. You will be haggard looking, you will be deprived of all energy, or you will be infused with energy and you'll be feeling more ebullient if you are on the path of God and He is the one who is guiding you. Will He make you toil hard on this earth or He will make you lead your life prettily sitting on top of every affair? He will treat you as a guest or He will make you toil as a laborer. But in your day's work, you get fatigued or not in the end. So is this the way of God or it is something other than the way of God? Some evil also is pushing me around. Or it is God who is conducting you towards the fatigueness.
So, how can we
No, no, you
differentiate?
answer this. After that, we can answer how now. Because the air is fully supplied with the answers as you feel for whatever query or questions you have in your mind. This is not something new, I am telling you. This is already you're inhaling from the message of God that is still there. All the time it is there. The entire Veda is there in the air. That is your life source for human beings. Now I am asking you, when you are following God's pathway, you will be feeling relaxed or you will be feeling tired. When you are helped by God, will you feel the disease? Will you contract the disease? Or in the path of God, you will be having a pleasing life without any distress afflicting you. So, my energetic life and fatigued life, they are opposite or not. So, if you follow the path of God, you will be energetic. Otherwise, evil is also conducting you, you must understand. Evil forces are also speaking to you. So, this air is suffused with evil and good. Why you should think means you must remove the evil and imbibe the good. This is where I am distinguishing between the right and wrong in anything I come to know of, I hear of, I see. I must distinguish between right and wrong, what is right and what is wrong. I must be justified in what I hold on to my mind. Only the righteous thing I must preserve my mind, and for the evil I seek forgiveness and protection from him, from touching my heart, from entering into the goodness I am having in it and causing thereby confusion. I must prevent the evil forces entering. Every knowledge is evil force. Every inspired good feeling is God's word, a promise He is going to create. If you are a believer in the Creator, then believe in the Creator. You are land grabbers as a professionals. With money, you want to grab the land and steal the wealth. There is no healthy earning for you, only stealthy earning. Stealing. Your knowledge will grab the property of the general people, general public. It is towards the selfish end. You want to gain everything for yourself at the cost of another, exhausting physical sources and the mental resources. I am grabbing every ounce of work from you. I want you to drain you totally dry towards my own gain. This is your profession. This is your activities in the entire world. When you go for money, you have to lose all your good self. When you go for the blessings, you can preserve all the qualities of God within you. So be godly all the time. Possess the good qualities. The more the good qualities you will possess, the more you will have to wait in patience and in anticipation, not in anxiety. Things will come to you from God as a blessing, and none can take it away from you, and none can prevent it from reaching you when He has decided it, when He has intended a good thing on you. You are believers in God. When God is there, what more you want? Either you have not believed in God, but you only say to the people by only word of mouth, not from your heart. And by word of mouth, this God is there, God is there, God is there is propagated without knowing who God is. God is not to be publicized or propagated. He is there, whether you publicize Him or not, He is there. But through word of mouth, you are giving publicity to God. It's a great embarrassment to God. The more you cry that my religion, my God is Allah, my God is Jesus, my God is Hindu, so many God's names are there. You are not giving reputation to God. God is well honored. God is dignified. Whether you dignify Him or not, nobody can put down His dignity, and nobody needs to evaluate His dignity. He is pure from all your thinking, thoughts, and all your theories about God. He is most pure from all of these things. So, what is your question next, Santil?
So, so if nothing I'm thinking, so what next?
Thinking is an abstract process. Don't bring in a material form into thinking. Thinking is a non manifest need of yours. It is going to be created. Don't imagine and don't bring a created thing in your in your future life because it is going to be created with full of life in it, life source in it. Then you will be energetic. But whatever I am using like this is has got no life. It's a deadly material. If I hear it, my sound, my hearing ability will go, and if I hear more, my brain ability will be lost. It has got no life. But I am revering it as if I am bestowed with the blessings of God. This is evil. This is fiery. This is fire. This will spoil my hearing. This will spoil my brain, and it will undermine all my physical abilities, leave alone my mental abilities. What you want to do now in your thinking process, bring in a material that you know of already, or materially you want to shape up your future, or you want to create a new world around you in your future so that your environment is good. Environment means in the ground level. Good atmosphere means from heavens down to earth, above and around you. You must create a new liveliness, or you want to imagine certain things which is not going to be of use to you. They are all deadly materials. They have no life in it. You are going to use it for tomorrow, a lifeless, deadly material. That is the material life you have in your thinking process now. Don't bring in any material.
But sir, I'm not voluntarily imagining something. Somewhere it strikes to me. I'm not voluntarily imagining that I'm going
What I am telling you is not your voluntary gathering, but you understand this is right. Where from it comes? Choose between the right and wrong. Don't follow whatever is thrown on, thrown upon your heart. Choose between the right and wrong. What is right and what is wrong? What is good and what is evil for me, you know. Then why don't you choose the good over evil? And why don't you follow the truth in preference? Why don't you follow? Your preference to truth must hold good, then following the evil, following the wrong. The more you possess you have in your heart as non-manifest creative requirement, it is full of life and liveliness. You want a good health tomorrow, where from you will go and get. What more you want other than this? Without health, whatever be the amount of money you could have earned through your profession, it is not going to give you anything without a proper digestion. Where will you go and get it? Now Allah says, preserve your good health. It cannot be gotten from anyone else. It cannot be exchanged, whether you want this or not. Bring in your material understanding now. How to preserve the health? Through a body scanner. Body means a dead one. From this deadly scanner, you are going to understand what is going to happen tomorrow. Then what happens to your life force that is to be strengthened today? Who knows about the life and the life force? Doctors? Then what these doctors are doing now? They are pampering themselves. They are publicizing themselves. They are being advertised by the governments all over the world, and they are all paid to uplift this allopathic system above all the other systems of the world, systems of health in this world. This is what is happening now, and the drug mafia is ruling the entire world now, and the money matters for them all. Nothing is necessary if you are a thinker and if you know the liveliness is what your requirement and life is what you need. And the life is non-material. It is not to be shaped up through the material formations that the inventions of the people. They are all a lie against the life force. So your life is important. That life is the peaceful mind and a pleasant bodily sensations, bodily feel. The feeling of mind and the feeling of body should be in concurrence. Tell me now, what more you have as your questions about your plans about tomorrow. Concerning tomorrow, your plans not going to work at all, and you will be losing your life energy every time you go after it, and finally you become diseased totally. Your body is not cooperating with your mind. That is the where the disease starts. An eased out situation becomes diseased because you work a lot physically. You don't gain anything mind wise by subjecting yourself to the will of God I am creating for you. Now believe, unless He creates a world for me, there is no earth for me, there is no heavens for me. I am in a suspended animation in the air, and wherever, whichever direction the air blows, I will be carried away to far off distance, where I will be with the dust and debris thrown out into the far ends of the world by the movement of winds. Don't be in suspended animation. Gain your foothold strongly upon the earth because God is creating you. He has created the earth for you. He will make you stand on the earth. He created you from nothing, that you must understand. This is Veda. This has been there in the air all the time. Only you are not imbibing it. Only when you imbibe the Veda and strengthen the Veda inside as conscience, no life for you. You will be a deceased person till death. You are a burden to yourself. That means you are a burden to the earth. What question you have now? So,
Only pray for good health, peace.
huh?
We should only pray for good health, peace, and food. Nothing else.
Oh, it it is only a prayer for health, for being good, leading a good life tomorrow. Is what you ask.
I should not have any personal aspirations. I should not pray for any higher position in my area.
Tell me your personal aspiration. He has asked the same thing in a different way. Yes. No personal aspirations. Only willingness to abide by the liveliness He is going to create for me for my entire future from this moment onwards. It is not to be put into a manifest formation, in a defined formation, for me to assess it through my senses, special senses, bodily senses. It is to be felt. From there, my body will grow to its finest perception ability. My mind perceives, my every single cell will perceive also. It has got its mind. My mind is infused into every part of myself. My life energy sprouts out of it. So the mind must control your body. Before I speak, my mind says speak, and then I am speaking. Speak righteously, my mind says so I am speaking righteously. Speak things clearly, it says so I am speaking. Whenever my mind says something of a good, I am abiding by it, that's prayer. Not seeking it, abiding by it. Take thoughtless steps. That is the way. Not seeking everything and in all its embodiment. I want in one piece. You have defined already the blessing of God. There's no definition to it. Take your steps now. Fall and get up, fall and get up. Start moving the way He has told you. Whatever you have found it out as truth, follow that as your major effort in your whole of your lifetime. That is your major work for your lifetime. Not following your man-made ways. All the professions are dungeons, dustbins. Money is not going to feed you. You are not going to breathe money, drink money, or talk money, or eat money. That is what you are doing. It is not giving you life. So the more I am earning, I am dying. I am losing my health. All your professions aimed at grabbing somebody else's wealth, that's all. But poorly, you cannot rob someone else's health to your benefit. You are grabbing the wealth, thinking that you can lead a healthy life. You are not to grab the health of another person. You want health or wealth? Health. If you want the wealth, you have to steal from others. Why I have to steal from others? He has already hoarded all my sustenance. So I have to take it back. When he has hoarded, people don't call it as a crime. But when for want I need, I take it away, I am called a stealing. A stealer. A crime on me. No, it is the other way around. Those who are amassing the wealth of the nature, they are the criminals. The nature is created, not they have earned. The money you have earned, keep all the money with you, the worldly money with you, but don't grab the land. It's not created by you. This is the truth still in the air now. but we are not giving a thought. Who is the criminal now? Who touches the tree is a criminal. If only he doesn't touch the tree, nobody wants your money. Keep all your money with you. Nobody will touch the Reserve Bank. Nobody will look up to anyone who holds the money. So, from whatever God has given you, give from that whatever is pure for you to others also. It will benefit you in a larger way, in a greater way. So this is all in the air as Veda, and Veda is here. When you think, this will combine to give you a new source of life. This is the only book. There is no other book other than this. Chapter 2, second verse. This is the book. Read this book. All the billions and billions of books are nothing but garbages that drives you towards the grabbing of the created sustenance for the people by God. Don't steal the God given blessings to the people that is in the manifestation of a life source. You want to be a billionaire, you want to be a trillionaire, take your money. Don't touch the tree. This is the word, the first word given to the first mankind, Adam. Don't touch the tree. That's a crime. Because if you grab the tree, you will have a governance for you. From where the government started. I want to take away the tree, preventing the people from reaching its fruits. I will be a hindrance and I will make the people work for me. I will give them a token and then they will take the token to the store and take their food. Why? Why such a big hassle about giving the food to the people when it is starving? Tell me whether the money is necessary or not. All the governments are controlling the food because only when they control the food, you will be their slaves. Governments all over the world is a farce. Our only king is Allah, who is creator. There is no other God other than him. He is the creator of the world. He will create it again for me. That means everything will be in surplus. Nobody will be selling it, and there's no need to have any food commodity from a shop because everything will be on the land. The streets will be converted into land now. No need to travel. All your knowledge will be put to an end. There is no further invention. Inventing lies against the truthful creations. Inventing lie against the truthful creation. It is there in the air. The air transforms the word into feel and the feel into reality. The reality you consider truth and the truth is embedded in your heart. So which communication is better? This one or the air communication? God's creation is important. He will create a new world for you. Believe. For one man's belief, the entire world will be changed. Read 532. Because of that, on account of that, God now begins to say a new thing for you. Because of that, we decreed upon the descendants of Israel, a particular community. We decreed upon a particular community. Every human being is the same, but one community has excelled, exalting itself above God and indulged in mischief. He says, the children of Israel, the descendants of Israel, that whoever kills his soul, whoever kills his soul, that means I am made less confident and I am made to be a non believer in the truth because I am made to suffer a lot and I am not allowed to think even. In this way, I am spoiling your mind from going in the righteousness. And even if I am thinking aloud in righteousness, people around me will say this will not be holding good for you. Being right all the time will not serve you. Sometimes you have to be a little mischievous, and do certain things illicit also. Then only you can survive on this land. All those things are going around in the air and from out the people. The evil forces that is there in the air. That whatever is spoken is there in the air. That whatever God has blessed you is also in the air. So distinguish between the right and wrong is for what the mind is given to you. So the children of Israel went all out materially so that they have left out what is as inbuilt weather. They're not able to gain anything, even if you are tutored, you tutor them, intuit them. There's institution also, nothing good is entering their mind because they are all out into the need of the worldly material things. We decreed upon the descendants of Israel that whoever kills your soul, unless for your soul or for corruption, you kill a person because somebody killed you. That is justice. Or someone who caused corruption in the land, it is worse than killing. So if you are killing a person, but for just reasons, you cannot kill. Two reasons are there for just reasons. One is if he has killed another soul, or if he has created corruption in the land, causing full of chaos and tumult, which is worse than killing. Living dead, people, making the people live in fear. They are the people living, but they are dead already because of fear. If such is the thing that you are doing to your person, to your public, to your people around, then killing is justified. Those who kill other person are those who create confusion and chaos and cause turbulence in the society. They are worse than killers. It is as if he had slain mankind entirely. Whoever kills a person, whoever makes a person get killed by himself, that is the straightness the people, the government causes because of their measures not to give food to the people and they die. Even the peasants are dying, committing suicide. All these things are indication that indirectly killing the people for want of food and then making them go for borrowing the money and later on their adversities are increased because they are not able to pay the debt. All those things are resulting in total killing of the entire community. This is the reason the community itself is washed out by nature's fury by the leave of God. It is still waiting. How many tsunamis are awaiting us? How many earthquakes are awaiting us? How many floods are awaiting us? How many diseases, the unknown diseases, are awaiting us? How many and evil affliction will befall us that we know not, but it is awaiting. Because killing the society is not warranted by God unless you distribute the food, unless you don't sell the food for money, the calamities after calamities, the delay after delay will take place. The whole community will be washed away, the whole area will be washed away, and a new creation will develop. Again, they follow the same thing. Again, the creation will be washed away. So you can expect, as long as the food is not distributed for no price, for no price, definitely the calamities will follow through. Each calamity will be greater than the previous one. And whoever saves one, now we are saving the mind of the soul, the mind of a person, the soul of a person, by delivering the good news over the evil that is spread all through the world. I am able to imbibe now. I am able to concentrate and understand. I am going to be thankful to God now. And I'm beginning to think that God will create for me. I am not going to invent a lie against the creation because my inventions have not no life giving uh, uh, element in it. So my deadly materials, my deadly inventions are against the creations of God. If I am becoming a proud person because of my ability to invent things, then God's wrath is upon me. Anytime I'll be done away with. So follow your God now, obediently and dutifully, guarding yourself against evil because of your thinking ability between right and wrong, distinguishing them, and taking the right and leaving the evil behind me. Don't take the evil and throw behind me the truth that is lying therein, unless you think you are disregarding the uh, benevolence of Allah, you are disregarding the beneficence Allah has bestowed upon you, and this is going to have far far-reaching consequences on us. Though it is very handy to understand, don't make it a far-fetched idea. It is the truth. I am not saying any idea here. And whoever saves one in this manner, it means he has saved the entire mankind. So the whole new world will be created for one man's belief, and the environment will have lot of producers, and there is not a price for any commodity of sustenance. All fruits will be given to you. All fruits will be very sweety, unlike what we see here. Everything is bitter and sour. Things will be created anew. So everything, when natural resources you have, give out of that to the people. So the natural sources, resources are meant for the people. Today, God has allowed you to hold some uh, land and gardens for you because you are righteous people. He has given you, and from that you start giving to the people who are needy. Then my gardens will flourish now. The gardens must have even short river courses also within it. It will start from within and end within. And there's a lot of life source for you, for your gardens. Until such develops, we keep giving to the people who are needy, apart from whatever I have. As plentiful, you can hold it, and the rest you give it, don't sell it for a price. That's important. You can have as much of garden as you please, but don't sell it for a price. So this is what is happening today now. This is the only book I am able to distinguish and understand. This is the only book I can read now. And unless I read this, there's no distinguishing between right and wrong. This is the book that will give you the distinguishing ability, that distinction that you are high above others. You are able to distinguish and you are to discard the evil and you're going to abide by the good and you will be reaping this, the good from the source here because you abide by the truth. Unless you distinguish, there's no distinction for you. Unless you have a distinction, there's no life for you, but a downtrodden life. So follow that which is here. If you are fearing your God, distinguish. Think and distinguish. Take the righteousness, leave the evil things. And for the righteousness you seek from God. Don't think that you are going to create anything. You are going to establish the rule of righteousness. He. So behave before the people only for fear of God, only for the reverence you have for Him. There is nothing more is expected of you from God, but abiding by the truth. Unless you distinguish, use your Furqan, the distinguishing, the criterion here, there is no way that you can distinctly elevate from the evil people and help God to help you elevated from the gutter, from the debris of people. So, what more do you want now? You are the people of the book, the Furqan, the criterion that distinguishes between good and bad, unless you think, ponder, and kept reflecting whatever is happening around, arrive by the truth, you will be constantly elevated without your knowledge. And so you will be full of wisdom. That wisdom creates for you your knowledge, you are inventing a lie against the truth. You are all knowledgeable people, inventing people, creating a lies against the creation without life. So, chapter 2, 105. From that, we have gone to chapter 2, verse number 2. From there, we have come to chapter 5, verse number 32. So, read through all this and develop your mind. Open up the pages of the book Furqan, that distinguishing criterion God has given you. Unless you ponder, the pages of Furqan is not opened. The distinguishing is not going to be opened. Once you open the book because of the distinguishing, stay by the right ears, and God is there to help you in your abide, in your abiding. You are not going to help yourself. So if you think that you are going to help yourself, again the whole element is gone. Totally, it is dismantled. A wholesome product is dismantled into elements. Don't do that. So until such time, God gives you an elevation, an involvement. You stay in your involvement in all your physical activities, no problem. But as the age advances, you are about to retire, God will give you the benefit of your believing, your abiding, then definitely your understanding, perception, ability is increasing. That particular part of it create a life for you. Profession is gone, the life is coming now. This is what we are aiming for. Until such time, swell in your abilities of the worldly things. But keep in mind, this is not life.
Will that be fine? The last sentence.
Keep in mind, whatever you are allowing yourself to be swelled with the worldly life, your profession, your ability to earn money, swell a lot, but it's not life. It's not going to be useful to you as the days advance and you age.
I understand that's not going to help me, but like,
What? But why do you come to but? You understand? And let God help me. But I will stay in this for some time. Stay forever. But leave whatever you understand with God. He is going to elevate. Without that in mind, don't work here. However greatly, impressively you may be performing, but keep that in mind. That's my life, it's not my life. All right. So before putting a but and negating your righteousness that you have understood, stay there. I'm entrusting my whole thing with him, but I'm leading a life here, a meanly life here. Forgive me for this. Enough. Have I answered you or have I stopped your question?
relationship.
Okay.
54:37.
Hmm?
54:37.
Yeah.
And not your wealth nor your children are the things which bring you near us in station, but whoever believes and does good, if he for whom with a double reward.
You have understood all that we have said in the 1.5 hours, right? Now this is another added truth. The truths are not diversified. The truths are in unison with each other. They are not antagonistic. So this is one another verse. And it is not your wealth or your children that bring you nearer to God in position. What is that in position? In your ranks, in your as greatest creation of all the creations, a human being. That position you must rise up to. Don't be men and women living in this, like men and women living in this world. Become a human being. That is your position. So it is not going to bring you to our nearness unless you are a human being, unless you attain that position. But it is one who has believed and done righteousness. Doing righteousness is not doing through your physical means, but abiding by the conscience, the righteousness. I want it, supplicating, praying to God for what you want, and do whatever you want here. It is all meaningless. So there is no crime on you, whatever you do on this earth. I cheat you, you cheat me, it is not a crime, as long as I am aiming that. I know this wholly it is it is the world of stealth, I know. This world of crime, criminals. So in this, I am made to be a criminal. I am introduced into this world. Unless you behave as a criminal, unless you behave antagonistic to the command of God, you will not be allowed to live in this world. So I have a, uh, a cocktailed life here.
This is what
Huh?
the last phrase I understand. But before that, this is what is hurting me. Whether the way I'm still attaching to here, but still I'm there. But
By
never
conscience wise, I am being elevated because I am already uh, submitted my will to God and still submitting my will to God. As I am evolving, in every evolvement, I am submitting myself. I submitted, submitting, and I will ever submit. So after that, whatever you do, He is the one who will deliver you out of the uh, criminal life that we are forced to live. There's no crime on you, there's no blame on you. As long as you seek forgiveness from Him and seek elevation all the time, anticipating it with full faith and belief. So, whoever do righteousness disregard, for them there will be double the reward. For your worldly life also I will give, for whatever you aspire from me also I will give. Yeah, one will surplus the other, one will surpass the other. Nobody will be an equivalent to you in this world. You are living a deadly life. Allah says, I am bringing forth the life from the dead. Chapter 3:27. Chapter 3, verse 27. It is He who brings forth the life from the dead. So you are living a deadly life on this earth, and He will create from that all the beneficial necessities, lively nature to whatever you are using, whatever you have gained. He will give the liveliness to it. He is the one, the bringer of life from the dead and the bringer of death from the living. So whatever you do on this earth will be converted into beautiful liveliness. I'm not saying lively profit, liveliness, ever growing. So sufficient is the day for you. Any questions? Okay.
Doctor, I have a couple of
Yes.
those questions are not verified, but those are kept as an inference for long. So one thing is about disease and another is about disease. You already mentioned that now disease we receive outside of our thing, everything has developed inside of us. But they say virus, bacteria, and germs, all those stuff they say.
They are all invented ghosts. They are not diseases. They are not creating diseases. Your mind creates the disease. So I am producing a new theory. It is one. It is not truth, but it's a theory. Theory is propagated in the air. You start believing it, and the mind is causing the same disease which they have propagated.
So
So you believe in God. There is no HIV now, right? Where has it gone? You believed it was there. Now you don't believe anymore because the falsehood will die as the days go by. Even the living people will die. Will the falsehood survive forever? So HIV is not working now because people have no faith in it. People have no fear for it. So it doesn't work. Now finally they brought out a Zika virus. It is not taking shape at all because the air is now suffused with the truth that we are speaking. Zika has not taken its effect. Totally, it is dead already because we are speaking the truth. It is there in the air. The fear is lost. Their propaganda is not working now. This is where you are making the whole world live.
they say that you get this virus when you have contact or through
I am
mobile
saying it is not
contact.
working now. There is no bird flu. There is no bird fever after this uh, catastrophe in Chennai, the village. There is no cholera, no typhoid, no paratyphoid, no malaria, no communicable disease,
So,
no mosquitoes,
so people died of HIV because of their thoughts only, right? So
because they believed if I create a panic in you in the dead of night in an isolated place about the ghost, you will die of ghost. Why do you go to the bacteria? There's nothing like ghost, but you die of ghost. And the pujaris will come with vapor and all. And you believe that to a certain extent you will be all right because they remove the fear. A great thing they have done. They beat the ghost out of you by beating you physically. All those things you believe for some time will be all right. Again, that ghost will haunt you.
Many people question regarding small children.
Regarding,
Small children having such diseases.
they can be easily frightened. Like we are all frightened by the viruses and germs.
Infants, very small
Hmm.
babies. They may not even know
I don't know about those things.
the
A
babies.
small baby frightened out because of
So
ghost.
they don't get frightened,
Uh,
but they get this kind of diseases. And they
so
die.
for children, right, they don't think, but still, lot of children get
yeah,
diseases.
parents teach them about the ghost.
Very small
No,
children.
Actually,
How come the children getting the disease?
they are not dying of the disease now. They are being brought up by the parents. They are being brought up with the parents. The only communication between the parent and child is the eye. The parents infuse into the terror into the children through their eyes, whatever they believe it is conveyed. The air conveys, they speak about this, and the air is the internal air, the house inside the house. It is suffused with this evil energy. And every time they see the child, the news is conveyed to the child. The child will die. Only communication before the child starts talking, it is only the eye contact. And the hearing also functions. But the fear sense is because of eye contact. They will die. The parents kill. The children don't die. The parents kill them. The children don't die. They are killers because they believed in the nonsense. But for God's wisdom, nobody can answer this question. None can answer the question except by God's wisdom. So how the children, the small babies are killed? I kill. And when I am feeding the child, I am saying it's going to die, it's going to die. If only that feeling is not there, they will be cajoling, they will be giving so much of affection, and they will be thinking about a long future for this. Everything is contact through the eyes. But here, the child is going to die anytime. That contact is different. The child will die. It is not going to be thriving by the milk. The milk is now evil. Any questions?
I'm not sure whether to ask this or not, but if you see Tamil, there are Agathiyas in the also you can see.
It is unfit to be asked. Forget about Agathiyas, about the dwarf, about the giant. Forget about everything. Speak the truth. No hearsays, no histories. Speak the truth. Our life is for tomorrow, not for the history.
Actually, Doctor, these questions are not for the verification. We want to remove those inputs. That is the reason.
It has been removed today. That's all. Forget it. Your life is all about what is going to come or what has gone by. The bygones are not my life. What is yet to come is my life. Think about the future. It is there. God's mercy and God's uh, blessing is there. Follow the blessing and mercy.